Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. Let's talk about the latest ADA structure, microstructure, and overall pattern. Basically, if I zoom out and take a look at this pattern that you all should be very much aware about because we've been talking about it like nearly every day, we have 5 waves technically complete, right? So we have this entire move to the upside that started to form in June as 5-wave diagonal technically complete. We have 5 waves up. I would prefer, because this was a 5-wave move, and that's now very academic, but this is a 5-wave move to the upside, and in a diagonal, the 5th wave shouldn't really be a 5-wave move. It should really be a 3-wave move, which is why I suggest that the 5th wave is still unfolding and will form a 3-wave structure. But that's very academic. I could be wrong about that. So let's talk about the two potentials. In the short-term bullish potential, we should see that second leg up of this 5th wave unfold right now. So A, B, C. I gave you a yellow support region to figure out, okay, is this still a realistic scenario or not? Because only below 50 cents, I would have to start to, let's say, get rid of that scenario. Yeah, because then we're dealing here with an A, B, C structure. The B wave would normally not break below the 78.6 retracement in such a move. Okay, so therefore, this is the level where probabilities shift to something short-term more bearish. So that means, yep, it is absolutely possible that the 5 waves completed, but I prefer basically one more high into the region of my, target range that we've been talking about now for the last few weeks and months, between 85 and 96 cents. We've come very close, possibly close enough to complete this entire move, yes, but it fell a little bit short of reaching those targets. So therefore, I prefer still the price to stretch a little higher in a larger ABC structure of wave 5. Okay, but if it doesn't do that, let's assume it comes down, let's assume it comes close to 50 cents and maybe breaks it. What would be the, let's say, the short-term bearish scenario? Would that be bearish overall? Probably not, because I can still make the case for 5 waves up here. But in this scenario, we would say that this entire move up is complete, 5 waves up, and then the entire move to the upside, which recently topped at, that was a dog, that recently topped around 80 and 81.5 cents, that this topped, right? So if it topped, then all of this move will need to be corrected. And then we're dealing with a larger A, B, C structure. However, I need to see more evidence for that. And if that wave, there would then be a wave 1 to the upside and wave 2 to the downside. If that wave 2 bottoms, then the 3rd wave rally can send us to $1 and beyond, 150 and beyond maybe even. But there's currently no evidence that the initial 5-wave move up is complete. I just need to mention what would happen if we break below 50 cents. What would be the support region for that scenario? Well, we'd probably be looking at the area between 49.3 and 29 cents. So the 49 cent level might be the first level then to watch, but typically we say a wave 2 would reach the area between, 42.3 cents in this case, so the 50% FIB level, and the 78.6 FIB level at 29 cents, even though that would be very deep, so maybe somewhere in the middle. But we'll see, we will probably be able to make that call as we go along. And at the moment, I am not focusing on this scenario. I am still focusing on possibly a little bit more upside. That doesn't mean this is a great setup here or a great chart. It's absolutely not at the moment. It is quite messy. It's slow, and it hasn't really broken out, and it's still messing around. It's climbing, but really, really slowly, and it's painful to watch, I have to say that. But for now, it's still holding support. So the idea is that, yep, this was an A wave up. This was the B wave down, which recently bottomed in the yellow support region. There was a reaction. So it's definitely a relevant support region. And we could have started now the C wave to the upside. I've made a small change to the microstructure. It changed, but actually it's just what previously was the yellow count. I've made now the white count because the previous microstructure got invalidated with the break below the 68.5 cent level. Yeah? So it's still possible to count this here as a 1-2 setup in wave C, but it would need to start at some point the 3rd wave to the upside before breaking below the beginning of the wave 1, so before breaking below 57.3 cents. if we break below 57.3 cents, we might reset the B wave, but then that would also not be a very probable move. Difficult structure to deal with, difficult structure. But I think, yeah, I would probably still explore if it's just resetting the B wave. Therefore, the entire yellow zone is relevant for, maintaining the perspective that there should be here one more high into the region between 85 and 96 cents. At least the chart has currently not provided any evidence that something more bearish is unfolding, really. So therefore, I still go with what I see right now on the chart. I go with the trend, and the trend is still up. Especially up from the 23rd of January low and up from the June lows as well. So that's my update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.